fired up today. It's about 4:30 p.m. I actually started vlogging a little bit late today. I was actually working nonstop from 9 in the morning until now, and running some errands. I'm still working. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about this word that's been buzzing around all over the internet, and it's being used a lot, especially now in 2016 than it ever was in the last 3, 7, 10, 20 years. I mean, everyone is calling themselves this word. That word is entrepreneur. Now, it's funny because you see all these people from all over the place, 16-year-old kids, that have a little side business or a side hustle, to 70-year-olds, and they're all calling themselves, I'm an entrepreneur now. What do? I'm an entrepreneur, And it's crazy, and I don't want to start off with this talk and sound like I'm bashing entrepreneurship. I actually love what's been happening, the rise of the entrepreneur. I love what's been happening, with this entrepreneur revolution. I mean, it's crazy how much more people are accepting of entrepreneurship and becoming an entrepreneur nowadays. I freaking love it. The reason why I love it is because I truly, firmly believe that entrepreneurs are probably one of the most powerful groups of people that have the creativity, the ambition, the drive, and the resources to solve most of the world's problems today. I firmly believe that. So I'm all for entrepreneurship. I'm all for entrepreneurs. And that's why I'm so passionate about inspiring so many other people to take this journey and take this path to, becoming more of an entrepreneur, okay? But at the same time, it's funny because, like I said, I see so many people that just say that they're an entrepreneur, and I just don't think they fully understand what being an entrepreneur really means. I'll give you an example. I see these like 16, 17-year-old kids with their little street hustle, buying Nike shoes and then flipping them on the internet and making really nice profits. And then they call themselves an entrepreneur. Now, I would say that doesn't make you an entrepreneur, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you're not an entrepreneur, right? And then you get all these people, these 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-olds, getting involved in a direct sales company, a multi-level marketing company, and then they all of a sudden call themselves an entrepreneur. Again, in my opinion, okay, this is my 2 cents here. I'm sorry if this rubs you the wrong way, all right? But in my opinion, I don't think that makes you an entrepreneur, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you're not an entrepreneur. All right, it's about 9:30 p.m., changing to some warm clothes. I'm actually on my way to meet up with Gabe, and we're actually on our way to a meeting. We're gonna be meeting up with an owner of a nightclub, and we're pitching him Gabe's product, Gabe's company, and I'm helping him out, always hustling. Now, I wanna finish off the talk that I had earlier about entrepreneurs and entrepreneurship, and that there's usually 3 kinds of people in this world. Number 1, there's nontrepreneurs, okay? Number 2, there's wantrepreneurs. Number 3, there's entrepreneurs. Now, what do I mean? What is a nontrepreneur, okay? It's very simple. Nontrepreneurs are people that just don't want to be an entrepreneur. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? It's not meant for everyone to be an entrepreneur, right? Here's an example of an entrepreneur. Maybe someone that's a teacher. Maybe it's someone that loves teaching. It's their passion, right? And they don't want to have a business or be an entrepreneur. All they want to do is teach. And again, there's nothing wrong with this. I'm not bashing teachers or bashing teaching. Actually, I firmly believe teachers should be one of the highest paid professions in the world, because they take care of our most important asset, which is the next generation, right? But unfortunately, that's not the case. A lot of teachers, especially in public schools, don't get paid very much, which makes me very, very sad. But yeah, it could be someone that's just a teacher. All they want to do is teach. They have a huge passion for teaching. They love teaching kids, and that's all they want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Now, a teacher can also be an entrepreneur. You know, maybe you're a teacher and you have a side hustle, you have a side business, you have an online business, and you're building a secondary income aside from teaching or retirement, right? And entrepreneurs are, again, people that just don't want to be an entrepreneur. They just want to work the traditional 9 to 5, just work at a job. They just like working for someone else. They just like having a quote unquote safe and secure paycheck, right? They're not really people that enjoy risk, and they just love to live just a normal life, right? Without risk and opportunity. Nothing wrong with that. Now, wantrepreneurs, number 2, wantrepreneurs. What is a wantrepreneur? Don't get the word wantrepreneur mistaken with like a wannabe entrepreneur, right? That's not what I'm saying. Wantrepreneurs are people that want to be an entrepreneur. And I think the majority of the people that say they're entrepreneurs are more wantrepreneurs, right? They're hungry for success. They have a desire to have a better lifestyle, right? They want to make more money, right? They want to contribute more to their communities, right? But the problem with wantrepreneurs is they're just lacking some kind of a vehicle or lacking some kind of an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. So talking about the 16, 17-year-old kid, right? That starts a street hustle buying Nike shoes and then flipping them on the internet for a profit, right? And then they call himself an entrepreneur. Again, I was saying earlier that that's a cool side hustle, but I don't think that makes you an entrepreneur. But at the same time, it doesn't not make you an entrepreneur. And then you got a lot of your 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds that are wantrepreneurs, right? And they get involved with direct sales or multi-level marketing, right? And again, I wouldn't call yourself an entrepreneur. I think you're still a wantrepreneur because you're wanting to become an entrepreneur and you're getting involved in an opportunity or vehicle to have a quote-unquote business to produce an extra income, okay? So wantrepreneurs, again, are just people that want to and have a strong desire to be an entrepreneur. Now, comes to my last one, number 3, entrepreneurs. My simplest definition for an entrepreneur, it's really simple. And I break it down into 3 things that I think will qualify someone to be an entrepreneur. Number 1, an entrepreneur is someone that is in control of their destiny. Plain and simple. Someone that's in control of their destiny, right? And unfortunately, when you're working a 9 to 5 or you're working a job or you're working in corporate America, that's not always the case. In fact, most jobs and most people that I know, in fact, probably all jobs and all people that I know, are never in control of their destiny, right? They always have to call in sick. They always have to ask permission to take time off of work. So that's not being in full control of your destiny, right? And again, I'm not knocking jobs at all. For me personally, I like jobs. I just don't love jobs. Now, I do love creating jobs. I love being able to start a business, create job and opportunity for someone else that wants to work that job, and create a paycheck and an income for them so that way they can feel safe and secure. I love creating jobs. But for me personally, I can't work a job. So number 1, again, an entrepreneur is just someone that's in control of their destiny, all right? Number 2, what I would call an entrepreneur is someone that has multiple streams of income, okay? Whether that's business or investments or different things, multiple streams of income. The best examples of this are the entrepreneurs that I look up to, like Mark Cuban, right? Who owns the Dallas Mavericks at the time of this recording and has hundreds of other businesses and investments and companies that he's a part of. I mean, the guy has hundreds of streams of income, right? Richard Branson, owner of Virgin Airlines and Virgin Records, right? Serial entrepreneur, hundreds of different investments, companies, and businesses that he's monetizing on. Elon Musk, this guy is one of my most favorite entrepreneurs. I think he's like an epic entrepreneur. He's definitely a different breed. He's an entrepreneur that's founded PayPal, Tesla, Solar City. I mean, so many amazing things. SpaceX. I mean, he's an entrepreneur that's creating things to make a lasting positive impact on this world and changing this world. Go Elon, go, right? someone that I definitely inspire to be more like. But again, multiple streams of income. Now you might be saying, what about like Steve Jobs, who just had only one business, one income, which was Apple? Well, Steve Jobs, aside from Apple, also had a lot of other things going on as far as investments as well, right? So he definitely is an entrepreneur. Number 3 trait of someone that's an entrepreneur is learning and growing, right? So how do entrepreneurs learn and grow? 3 ways, mainly 3 ways. Number 1, they're constantly reading books, okay? They're constantly learning and growing themselves. In order to earn more, you have to grow more, right? So reading books is huge because everything that we've ever wanted to figure out in life has already been figured out, you guys, okay? Someone that has taken 2, 5, 10, 20 years of their life to figure out, has figured it out, and then written it in a book where you and I can pick it up and read it in a few weeks or a month. So we don't have to go through those years of experience. We can compress time and save time by picking up a book and reading it. Warren Buffett, Richard Branson, Mark Cuban, they all devour books, okay? Other ways entrepreneurs learn and grow is by listening to podcasts, right? Turning their car into Drive Time University by listening to some positive and entrepreneurial CDs. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can learn and grow, okay? The second way entrepreneurs learn and grow is by association. This is huge. They associate themselves with other like-minded entrepreneurs or even other entrepreneurs that are more successful than them because people rub off on each other. This is huge. I think association is everything. They say that you will be the 10 closest friends that you hang out with the most. So if you hang out with 9 friends that smoke, you will be the 10th. If you hang out with 9 friends that eat junk food, you will also be the 10th, right? If you hang out with 9 friends that are successful, you'll definitely be successful. If you hang around with 9 friends that work out, you're probably gonna work out, right? So association is key, and association allows you to learn and grow. Okay, now the third main way that entrepreneurs learn and grow is by experience. It's just going out there, getting your hands and your feet dirty and just making happen, right? Just doing it. They say 1 hour in the field is worth more than 10 hours in the classroom. So aside from reading all the books, attending all the seminars, listening to every single podcast, right? Just getting your hands dirty and just doing the damn deal, you will learn far more that way than by sitting in a classroom or by reading books, in my opinion, okay? So just experience. You gain knowledge and you learn and you grow from experience, because through experience, you will experience setbacks, you'll experience failures, you'll experience success. And the key to winning is always knowing the difference between winning and losing, between failing and succeeding. A great example of this is an entrepreneur I look up to, Gary Vaynerchuk, okay? He's a guy that doesn't read books, doesn't attend seminars, doesn't listen to any podcasts, because he is just straight up a maniac when it comes to hustling. The guy works like 16 hours a day, 365 days a year, except for when he's watching the New York Jets football games, okay? But seriously, that's why he's crushing it, because he's always putting in hours in the field and just hustling, right? So those are the 3 ways entrepreneurs evolve, learn, and grow. So I hope you gain some value. Again, entrepreneurs are someone that is in control of their destiny, has multiple streams of income, and is constantly evolving. That's my rant about entrepreneur and entrepreneurship. Take care, take charge. See you at the top.